about a check, bet $1 million that your man ain't like this, 'cause it's
Ernie Johnson joined by Shaquille O'Neal. It's basketball out in Oklahoma City, Chesapeake Energy Arena to be exact. Make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. And so for Kevin Durant, so many years in Oklahoma City, and I mean this.
I gotta hold down the city.
I gotta let you know where I come from.
I gotta hold down the city.
I gotta let you know.
I gotta hold down the city.
I gotta let you know where I come from.
Hit on my laps in the gym, the sweat ran off my skin. They thought I ran out of breath, but I was just catching my wind. That only happens to them. I gotta capture my win. I practice 31 days a month and I practice again. Was born equipped with sportsmanship, so I just laugh and I grin. Victory is my objective.
The Mavericks are looking to defeat their Western Conference rival going into this game. It's getting noisy here in Oklahoma City. We're at the peak, the Chesapeake Energy Arena, home of the Thunder. The excitement of the NBA is on the way. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony and Doris Burke reporting from the sidelines. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Nowitzki is out there with Pachulia, and there's J.J. Barea. Then it's Williams, and it's Matthews in at the 3 spot.
And guys, you talk about players who have that killer instinct. Russell Westbrook is right at the top of that. Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be
full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
And that last replay, and Adams kicks to Ibaka, tries again. Outside for Durant, fires for 3. No luck. Now Dallas takes it the other way.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Matthews, no one around him. That 3 off the mark. Thunder have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. That's good. Westbrook's got his first points of the night.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
And Williams, here we go. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those when he misses when he's got that much room.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
Nowitzki a screen. Over in the corner, Matthews. 6 on the shot clock. Can't hit from the corner. The Thunder have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway.
Well, you know, the Mavs made the playoffs last season, but they really had a hard time against the rest of the Western Conference contenders, in part because they struggled defensively. Offensively, they were pretty good, but they didn't quite come up with enough stops when they needed them. Boy, that's a really nice feed by J.J. Barea.
Oklahoma City leading by 4. Westbrook passes to Ibaka. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. And that'll be Oklahoma City as it goes out of bounds. Thunder retain possession. Greg, you talked about what the Mavs did, how they played against the West. 29-23 record against the rest of the conference.
Yeah, but Kevin, it's a little misleading, the win total. I mean, if you look at the Mavs against the teams that they compare themselves to, which are the playoff teams in the West, they were only 10-18 over the course of the season.
Good point. There's the pick. Barea kicks to Nowitzki. Good, and it's Barea who picks up the assist. Nowitzki's got his second bucket of the game to go.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
And good on the basket. Booking.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Here's Barea, and it's blocked by Adams. Oh, and here we go with Durant. Nobody back. And finished off by Westbrook.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
And stolen by Nowitzki. Matthews into the lane. Nowitzki outside. Now here's Barea. He's covered closely. Back to Nowitzki. Fires at the elbow. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Durant's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
And Dirk Nowitzki last season, I felt like the first time we saw real signs of wear and tear from all the years of him playing. His field goal percentage, points per game, rebounds, all off his career averages. And that said, though, he's still a crafty, dangerous guy to have to go up against.
Mavericks trail by 6. Over to the wing. Here's Barea. Drops one in from the wing.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on. And, you know, one thing about Darren Williams, he used to get to the charity stripe at will. At the height of his career, he's averaging almost 6 free throws a game. The last couple seasons, he's been down around 3.
And a new group in here for the Thunder. Cantor checked in for Steven Adams. Allison comes in for Serge Ibaka. Anthony Morrow's checked in for Kevin Durant. And it's Payne in for Russell Westbrook. And the basket by Morrow.
And that's one of his strengths, knocking down those long-range jump shots.
And Clark, for Darren Williams, it clearly has the handle and the strength to get to the basket, but no longer the explosion that we're used to seeing.
Yeah, you know, he's had some ankle injuries, and that certainly is a part of that. And he's also in his 30s now, so largely a perimeter jump shooter, but still can impact the game with his deep shooting and playmaking.
I don't like that decision there on the entry pass, not with the defender right there ready to pick it off.
Their interior defense has been dismal.
Yeah, they're losing the battle in the paint.
Harris kicks the lead. Upside Felton. Picked by Lee. Doubled by Collison. And here's Anderson from the arc. And Cantor pulls it down. Oklahoma City leading by 9. From deep, Morrow. And the rebound goes to David Lee. For Dallas, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. To the paint. Got a piece of it. Here's Morrow. He's covered by Felton. Payne dishes to Robertson. That misses off the backboard. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Felton leading the charge. Up and in on the layup. Felton's got his first basket of the night.
Just a good, solid, aggressive finish there on the break.
Not going to get much easier than that, Greg. Simple.
And so the first quarter is in the... And Dirk Nowitzki still remembers the Mavs 2011 championship. He said he'd love to get one.
In that 11th season, I'll never forget, but once you tasted the victory, you see how great that felt. And,
Once definitely not enough for Dirk. He's been to the mountaintop and he wants more. Another trip there would be terrific for him. He's been to the finals twice.
Yeah, and you heard him. It was like the whole city was having one big party all summer long because they were there. How could you not want to have that experience once again?
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. What do you guys think about the Thunder here in this one?
A lot of times the team that owns the paint is going to come away with the victory, and that's what they've done here thus far.
Yeah, why change the plan until they make you? And that's where they should continue to attack moving forward. Going inside.
The rugged duo of Ibaka and Adams in the middle. Roberson is out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Durant in at the small forward. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. And it's good.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
It's been said time and time again that playing in Oklahoma City is one of the tougher places to play in the league. Last year we saw it as well. This place, Greg, gets so loud when the Thunder are rolling.
And even though the Thunder missed the playoffs, the Chesapeake Energy Arena was as loud as ever. Really helped when you are the show in a city.
Oklahoma City leading by 3. Westbrook kicks to Roberson. To the paint. The kick out to Westbrook. Takes a 3. The basket is good. That's his 6th attempt and his 3rd make.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Without fear or any hesitation, Russell Westbrook is the first of those guys to come to mind.
I tell you what, man, his relentless pursuit.
Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Lee. Matthews comes in for Anderson. Williams, he's checked in for Raymond Felton. And Barea subbed in for Harris. Williams double team. Nowitzki kicks to Barea. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Nowitzki. Barea's got 6.
And for Westbrook, he had some high praise. Allen Iverson said he's a huge fan of Westbrook and sees so much of himself in him, mostly due to how they play with heart. I'll tell you the other thing, Allen Iverson always felt was the most intimidating small guard in the history of the league. Russell Westbrook rapidly trying to claim that honor.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Waiters comes in for Adams. And it's Foy in for Andre Robertson. And Dallas with a change here, too. Pachulia is checked in. Puts it up from 15. Jump shot is good that time. Barea's got 4 this quarter.
You know, I was thinking back to that Iverson quote on Westbrook. They play with that same fight. The styles in which they play are different, but you can see the intensity is the same between them.
He's one of the best in the league at that. Even with just a tiny sliver, he always seems to find a way to get it up and in.
Barea kicks to Nowitzki. Pulls up. High post. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Mavericks trail by 6. Barea, the pass to Nowitzki. Good on the 3-point shot. Nowitzki's got 7 points in the game.
Timely passing leads to tell you ways they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
And Zaza Pachulia, for my money, has been one of the toughest players in the league. He's got a boxer's mentality. Even his face looks a little bit like a boxer's. He doesn't have the quick twitch muscles of some guys, but his power and effort consistently stand out.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Cantor, he's checked in for Durant, and it's Singler in for Russell Westbrook. Out of bounds, Dallas takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Talking about Jaja's toughness, it's one of the reasons he has such a high rebounds per minute average over his career, and defending on the blocks, he's almost unmovable.
He really, you know what, Coach Kidd loves Jaja. Even started him over John Henson by the end of the season. I mean, he's always willing to trade body blows down low and certainly wins his fair share of those battles.
Mavericks trail by 4. Barea with it. Can't recover. Nowitzki a screen. Barea dishes to Nowitzki. Good, and it's Barea who picks up the assist. Barea's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Ibaka right side. And that one is stuffed right through.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
And here's Matthews from the arc. The offensive rebound. The Thunder leading by 4. Here's Singler. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
Here's Williams. Can't hit. So the Thunder will take it the other way. And here we go with Waiters running it up the court. Singler for 3, and that one's good. Singler's got the lead up to 9 now for the Thunder.
And you can see the difference with their ability to win with their speed, guys.
Boy, I love the pace and flow that their open court offense has been played with. I mean, it's been humming quietly, but very efficiently.
Thunder have gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Now here's Waiters, guarded by Barea. Mavericks trail by 9. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. And the rejection by Ibaka. Now here is Foy. Takes a 3. He got it! Wow! He got it! And we finish. One half of it.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. Right out of the gates, it was Oklahoma City setting the tone. You could see the daggers in their eyes as they went on a 10-4 run to start things off. By the end of the first quarter, their lead was 7. Then in quarter number 2, they actually increased their intensity to pull further out in front, finishing with a double-digit advantage at the half. Shaq, your thoughts on the Thunder?
Well, what's really shifted the game in their favor has been their rebounding. They got a good edge on the boards, and that's a product of their hard work. All 5 guys been battling, putting everything they had to fight on the glass. That needs to remain the focus for 2 more quarters if they want to hang on to their lead.
And over to Kenny. Let's get your insights on Dallas.
They ran into a buzzsaw, and it was on full blast. And once they fell behind, the crowd got into it, and it seemed that they lost a lot of confidence. They started pressing, forcing things, and it made it worse. So in the second half, relax, man. Just remember, there's 2 more quarters. It's a fresh start.
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to get started. Back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. We're going to sit right here and wait for the end of the game and talk at you again.
And we welcome you back to the NBA here on 2K Sports. And we're ready to get going once more. And the players having a chance to have a short break and get some rest themselves and get refueled and hydrated with some Gatorade. More terrific basketball in store for us tonight. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game. He has been everywhere.
That slasher mentality was on display in that first half. He got to the rim consistently.
Boy, I tell you what, he's got that great first step, and he must have had some quickness porridge or something because he looks a little faster today than normal.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. Nowitzki is out there with Matthews. Then it's Williams.
2 shots.
Then there's J.J. Barea, and it's Pachulia in at the center.
You know, in Dirk Nowitzki, you start to wonder if he's the best foreign-born player ever. Of course, you have a lot of competition for that distinction. I mean, you got Hakeem, Nash. Parker, just to name a few.
Back to the topic of Nowitzki as the greatest foreign-born player ever. I think Hakeem Olajuwon. Clark is really his only challenger.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and I'd keep Hakeem at the top of that list just because of his presence and impact at both ends of the floor. But Dirk, clearly one of the all-time greats in NBA history.
Mavericks trail by 10. Williams kicks to Nowitzki. Here's Pachulia. From down in the low post, it goes.
And you know what? Just a tone setter there to start the second half. Just powering up for that rebound and getting it to fall.
And the basket good. And that's 13 points for Russell Westbrook.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Williams for 3. Shot's good.
Wow, you don't see him make plays like that very often. That's a nice move there for the basket.
Oklahoma City leading by 7. Inside, here's Durant. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Their prowess inside has been tremendous, guys. I mean, it's been no contest down on the low block.
And until the defense puts up a little more resistance, they ought to continue to pound them down low.
Devin Harris is checked in for Dallas. Well, you look back on the Thunder last season, and the theme was injuries. Too many injuries to the bulk of their core.
And, you know, the big three, Durant, Westbrook, and Ibaka, all missed significant time. Only Westbrook of those three was able to finish the season.
They work hard out there. Go on, show your appreciation for the Thunder Girls.
Here's Harris. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Kevin, over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Rick Carlisle said to his team. He made no mistake that their plan was to run their offense through Nowitzki. Coach is calling on him to play a big role in the offense for the rest of this game, to really be one of the key guys for them down the stretch. Coach was not wasting any time in altering their strategy here in the second half, and Kevin, he's going to have to hope those changes take effect quickly.
Thank you, Doris. Anthony Morrow's checked in for Oklahoma City. The Mavericks also with a sub. Lee's checked in for Dirk Nowitzki.
A great assist. Nice work from Russell Westbrook.
Now here's Williams. Tight defense on him. And it's Harris off the drive. And Durant sends it back. A different look for Dallas. Anderson comes in for Wesley Matthews. And it's Felton in for Darren Williams. On defense, Oklahoma City. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Here's Harris. Another 3 for Dallas.
For 3.
Oklahoma City leading by 6. Here's Durant. Here's Adams. And Pachulia pulls it down. Pachulia's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Felton with the ball. Guarded now by Durant. Lee, a screen on Durant. Just 5 on the clock. There's the triple. Felton can't get it to go. Oklahoma City's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. And for Raymond Felton, last year was nothing short of a disaster. Missed the first 31 games with an ankle injury sustained in preseason. And he played for a poor team. And things, you know, Greg, being the leader, the ball handler like you were, they just never got much better for Felton as the season went on.
Yeah, the problem when you have that issue early on, the season isn't going to wait for it.
Right.
You know, you're basically in catch-up mode, and so because of that, he never got into any kind of a rhythm when he was available to play. And that's not surprising, given that he averaged less than 10 minutes a game for the season after averaging 33 a game for his entire career.
There's a good screen. Out to Harris. Fires from deep. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Adams has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And Westbrook gets it to go.
And, you know, getting back to Raymond Felton, it looked at one point like he would become the league's next great playmaker. Drafted 5th overall in 2005, immediately after Darren Williams and Chris Paul. Felton never quite reached the stratosphere of his fellow draft mates.
Here's Lee. Dallas again missing. The Thunder leading by 13. And here we go. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Westbrook has been too much to handle. He has 20 points, and he's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
I love the rhythm his outside stroke has produced today. And one last thought about Raymond Felton. I really feel like he's at that classic crossroads in one's career. If his conditioning is there, if he's healthy, he still has the skills and the moxie to make a difference. It just comes down to him wanting to make that effort, which gets harder after a decade of wear and tear on your body.
A nice shot by Barea. Oklahoma City's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Westbrook, nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Westbrook's got 12 points in just the second half. Mavericks trail by 14. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Felton goes in, and Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Their rebounding has been off the charts today, guys. Reason number 1, this game is out of hand.
Exactly, Clark. Their lead is not surprising given their advantage on the backboard.
There's the pick. 35 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. The Thunder leading by 16 outside Westbrook. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And the Thunder making a switch here. Ibaka's checked in. Oklahoma City shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight. And that one falls for Westbrook. 27 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Barea kicks to Matthews. Nowitzki a screen. Matthews goes in. Shot to stop the run. Waiters grabs the miss. And here's Westbrook. 28 points for him. Ibaka with a screen on Williams. And no good trying to get that one.
OKC, make some noise for your Thunder Girls.
And we're rolling here again with the 4th quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Oklahoma City shooting 59% up to this point. They're working for great shots and they're hitting. Durant the 3 and Ibaka the 4. Russell Westbrook out there with Roberson. And it's Adams in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. The kick out to Matthews. Finds himself wide open and drills it.
And immediately looking for the open man when the double team comes to him.
And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Checking out the game J.J. Barea is having. 10 points, and there's a nice number in his assist column as well.
It really has been, Clark. He's created a lot of open looks for his teammates. Very unselfish play from him today.
And both free throws good for Barea. And guys, what a spark plug J.J. Barea has been throughout his career. When he comes in the game, you can feel the lift. We saw a couple games against Houston in the playoffs. Saw it back in 2011 in the championship season for the Mavs.
That's a great point. I mean, he has an energizing effect on his teammates, the fans, and the announcers. I mean, he just brings so much spirit and hustle to the games. Very hard not to root for a guy like that.
Mavericks trail by 17. Matthews passes to Barea. Nowitzki a screen. Barea kicks to Nowitzki. That shot wide open.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know, he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
And folks, those are hops you just don't see from that one spot every day.
Well, that's why he is such an uncommon talent.
Yep, uncommon and unparalleled. I mean, he makes things happen out there for sure.
And the Mavericks call time here.
Way too many shots in close, and he's got to get his guys to cut that down in terms of points in the paint.
Clearly the reason for the timeout, Greg. I mean, he wants his guys to toughen up inside and start protecting the rim.
Stolen by Westbrook. Shoots. And that's collected by Nowitzki. Mavericks trail by 17. Williams kicks to Matthews. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Williams has got 5 assists in the game. Mavs were solid on the road last year with a record of 23-18 away from Dallas Clark. Good for 5th most road wins in the West.
And, Kevin, that's what you'd expect from a veteran team.
I don't want us to take a shot
throughout the roster. This team has guys that understand what it takes to win on the road.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Billy Donovan as he addressed his team. He told the players, let's put our foot on them and keep them down. We've got them exactly where we want them. I want to see you guys slow the pace, use the clock, and stay away from any silly fouls.
Thanks again, Doris.
And, guys, the Mavs did have a good record on the road last year. Most of it came at the expense of the Eastern Conference. Only 10 of their 23 road wins came against teams in the West.
And Waiters with the stuff.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
A nice shot by Barea. Barea's got 4 points in the quarter.
You know, it's funny, back to the Mavs on the road last season, they were much better defensively on the road than they were at home, and that's typically not the case. It's usually flipped, better at home on D than on the road.
And he's looking to really stretch this lead out, even with the cushion they have, still letting it fly from long range.
They set the pick on the wing, Williams. Elbow shot. It's good. Great play set up by Barea. Barea's got 6 assists in the game. The Thunder leading by 18. Waiters with the ball. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
That's 2 straight quick three-pointers they've allowed.
Defense just not reacting with enough aggressiveness.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter. The kick out to Matthews. Offensive rebound, Mavericks. It's deflected, but they recover it. Deflects the pass. Here's Waiters. For 3. And Pachulia pulls it down.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
And it's blocked. And he's able to get it back. Nowitzki, no good. For Oklahoma City, they've gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Here's Morrow, and Waiters has it in the corner. A three-pointer is right on target. Waiters got 11 points here in just the second half. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Thunder.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
J.J. Moran at the line for two.
That free throw good from Barea.
You know, and Billy Donovan, the Oklahoma City Thunder, were able to pull him away from the college game last season, signed him to a 5-year deal in the middle of last year's playoffs.
And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face. Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Thunder.
The blocking really turned things into their favor this time.
Well, Kevin, timing and anticipation, they got the blocks, and that definitely changed the momentum in this one.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Russell Westbrook. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
And for Billy Donovan, we were talking about him. He had been with Florida for so long, the Gator program built by him. It'll be a big change. He had been thinking about it, though, before. Remember that Greg the Magic job back in 2007?
You know, there was a change of heart for him with the Orlando gig, and Donovan's done nothing but win at Florida, and he'll have that same pressure to succeed with the high expectations with the Thunder.
The Mavericks shooting at a 46% clip in the fourth quarter. Felton goes in, blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup.
And this run not really doing him any good at this point, as late as it's starting to evolve.
Yeah, but kudos to him, Greg. I mean, the fight they're showing now, you got to give them credit for that. Would have been really easy to pack it in.
Felton against Westbrook. It's good from long range. Westbrook's got 39.
And they're not finished just yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, not taking any chances, Greg. This is how you close a game out. Textbook.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And it's Harris off the drive. Deep two from Anderson. That's short off the rim. It's Durant on the wing. From deep. No good there. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. They've won this game going away. They were the better basketball team.
Kevin, what was the key in securing this win tonight?
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson. He really had the fire lit under him, and down the stretch, really having a huge impact. And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure.